Were you guessing or lying when you said you didn't turn down requests from President Trump's detail?
Neither, sir, and I appreciate the question.
You're prepared to fire the people on the ground who made poor decisions that day?
I'm prepared to take the actions necessary.
No, that's nonsense.
The lack of answers and the lack of report is just simply not something that we can accept here.
Because Donald Trump is alive, and thank God he is, you look incompetent. If Donald Trump had been killed, you would have looked culpable.
You need to resign.
You're full of today. You're just being completely dishonest.
You should be fired immediately and go back to Garden Doritos.
Well, it was on both sides of the aisle, both Democrat and Republican lawmakers slamming Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheadle for failing to answer basic questions during yesterday's House Oversight Committee hearing on the assassination attempt of President Trump. Committee Chairman James Comer and Ranking Member Jamie Raskin both called on Cheadle to step down to restore public trust in the agency. South Carolina Congresswoman Nancy Mace introduced articles of impeachment against Cheadle last night, the move forcing a vote within 48 hours. Joining me now is New York Congressman Nick Langworthy. He is a member of the House Oversight, Agriculture and Rules Committee. And Congressman, thanks very much for being here. You were in that hearing yesterday. You also, I understand, are introducing a resolution to fire Cheadle. What struck you most? Tell us about the meeting.
Well, the amazing thing, Maria, is that somehow this woman has united the Oversight Committee. I mean, one of the most contentious committees in all of Congress agreed that the incompetence and the stonewalling that Director Cheadle did yesterday was ridiculous, and she must resign or be fired. I mean, the fact that President Biden has not fired her yet is amazing to me. But she virtually answered no questions in a 4-hour hearing, asked questions by nearly 50 members.
I mean, do you have any idea what went wrong here after this hearing? Ron Johnson over in the Senate has launched his own investigation, and he broke the news on my show on Sunday about his preliminary findings. And he said that following the shooting, Secret Service was seen on the roof of the American Glass Research Building with local law enforcement. Photos of the shooter were sent to the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. And also, Secret Service wasn't even in the meeting on the 13th, the morning of the 13th at 9 a.m. Why not? Do you have any answers to any questions at all after that?
We got zero answers from the director. I mean, Maria, I decided on my own on Sunday, instead of flying to Washington, I drove to Washington, and on my way I stopped in Butler, Pennsylvania, because I wanted to lay my own eyes on the site. I wanted to see what the layout of this is, because I think it's misleading to see these buildings. They look farther apart on video or on a diagram. This is virtually a 9-iron away, the podium was, from the roof of that building. It is so close, and the fact that it wasn't included in the secure perimeter just shows that the incompetence by the leadership of the Secret Service. This is an elite strike force in times gone by, and it clearly is not anymore. And the protectees, President Trump, President Biden, Kamala Harris, their lives are in danger if this incompetence continues. She has to resign. She has to be fired. She gave no answers to the House Oversight Committee, and I don't think took the hearing seriously at all.
Yeah. Well, Cheadle did admit that the agency did not archive radio communications from the Trump shooting. How is that possible? Watch this.
Depending on the detail, radio communications are recorded.
Does the Secret Service have recorded communications from the July 13th event?
We do not have radio communications from that day.
Congressman, is that odd that they don't even have radio communications?
It seems completely odd. I mean, there's no consistency whatsoever. I mean, you've seen a blame game between sources within the Secret Service trying to blame the local law enforcement. It seems like without local law enforcement, the Secret Service would have been totally lost that day. And in the fact that they did not include that building in the secure perimeter, there's no communication. There's a differentiation between threat and suspicion. I mean, if someone's coming to a presidential event with a viewfinder, with a ladder, walking around a rooftop, that person should be tackled, arrested, and gotten out of there. And the fact that the Secret Service is playing these semantics games just shows they're not prepared to protect the eventual president of the United States.
So, I mean, is it sheer incompetence, or was it sabotage, or they just didn't care because it was Trump?
I don't know that there's any evidence that's been presented so far on sabotage. It looks like utter incompetence, and we do need to dig much deeper into this. We do need a panel that I believe that we're coming forward with this week to get a real investigation with real forces within the House of Representatives to come forward to find out the facts here. I mean, people need to be hauled in. This woman needs to be fired, and the whole agency needs to be reset. This is not acceptable. I introduced a resolution yesterday during the hearing to have the whole House call for the president to fire her.
And do you think he will?
Well, we'll see where he is.
Okay.